Let's now look at the other menu functions on an AutoChart Live main menu. There might be times when you don't want to show your AutoChart information. All you have to do is go to this menu selection and click it to Hidden, and that will take it off your screen. When the transparency is set to 0, it will override the contours from your LakeMaster maps. Here we are going to 30, then 60, and then 80%. At this level, you see more of the LakeMaster contours than the ones from AutoChart Live. Let's now look at the AC Live Options submenu. Notice the band in the lower right-hand corner. It shows the colors as you go from shallow to deep. Here's how this works. In this example, we've got the minimum range set to 5 feet. So anything 5 foot and below would use the color to the extreme left of the graph. Increase the minimum range to 10 feet and you'll see more of the darker color. 15 feet makes it darker yet. Extended to 20 feet and extended to 25 feet. Most of the freshwater fishermen aren't going to be interested in extending the minimum range out that far. Maybe 5 feet would be acceptable. For most freshwater fishermen, using the max range functionality makes good sense. In this example, we've got the max range set to 100 feet and the minimum set to 0. The left side of the color bar shows dark brown to be the shallowest and dark blue to be the deepest. If you're fishing a lake that's only 30 feet deep and you've got your max range set to 100 feet, the coloring will be brown to the yellow colors. You won't see any blues or dark blues. So as you gradually decrease the maximum range, you'll see that you'll start to get more of the blue tints. Choose a maximum value to match how you want your chart to look. AutoChart Live has several predefined color palettes. You can look in the lower right hand corner and you can see the range from left to right, shallow to deep. This one happens to be the default, which is palette 3. Color palette 1 goes from a white to a dark blue. Color palette 2 goes from a brown for shallow to a pink at the deep end. Color palette 4 goes from a turquoise to a dark red. Palette 5, palette 6, and finally palette 7. Let's talk about the depth colors. The default is set to on, however you can toggle it to off. I think it's a good idea to leave it on because it shows you the boundaries of your AutoChart Live recording. When you make your crisscross pattern, this just ensures that you didn't miss any areas. The highlight color toggles between the green and red. This will be active if you set up your depth highlight and your depth highlight range on the Humminbird Chart tab. This option corresponds to the shallow water highlight on the chart menu for your LakeMaster map. The default is selection 1, which is a red highlight. Option 2 is a yellow highlight. There are 2 options for contour lines: visible, where the contour lines appear, and hidden, where they do not appear. The default contour interval is 3 feet. For most freshwater applications, you're going to want 1 foot contours because they show you the most detail. You have the option of changing the contour color on AutoChart Live. Here's a blue color, but I like black best. We've now covered all of the items on the AutoChart Live Options submenu, and now we're back to the AutoChart Live menu. This selection allows you to toggle back and forth to either show the map data or the raw data. The raw data shows the tracks you made when you made your recordings. We're going to skip the bottom layer for now. That covers the bottom hardness and the vegetation layers. We have chapters for each one of those individually. This selection allows you to choose the AutoChart Live color bar in the lower right hand corner, or you can turn it off, or you can show the bottom hardness or the vegetation hardness bar in the lower right hand corner. The save location is where your Helix unit is saving your AutoChart information. It's either internal, which means you do not have a zero lines card installed, or it will show one of the SD card slots if you do have a zero lines card installed.